Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Let me see if I can. All right. Do it. Turn on the light a little bit. There we go. Okay, it's still like early in the morning. Um, but I was checking my algorithms and it was showing me all this like data from this channel. And it was trying to tell me of things that I should do differently on this channel so that I can get 12,000 subscribers like I got on the other channel. And I was just laughing because I'm like, this is the channel that actually has uh, the most. I won't say that the other channels that I have are not authentic, but I really do believe that this channel is telling more of a part of my life that most people don't see, that they have connections with in their everyday lives. They have real things going on. And it also showed that I had lost a couple of people this week, which is usual. You know, the channel fluctuates up and down, and that's good. If your channel stays the same, that means that you're not really being productive and you're not taking risks. Okay, so that's one thing I never want to have the same. I would rather go down people than to go up. I mean, not than to go up. I would rather go down with people than to stay the same. Um, yeah, because that means that's not growth and you're not switching it up. Anywho, with that being said, I just got a ping in my in my Google email from this channel, and it was talking about why don't I do certain things to link up with other people that really didn't have the same belief system that I believe in. And I was like, okay, that sounds kind of cool because they have a lot of subscribers, but is that what I want to really portray out into the world? And I honestly have to say no. You know, some things you got to do for yourself. There are people who believe in what you believe in, you know. I'm not going to dwindle or downplay myself for anybody anymore. I used to try to act stupid. Even when I knew I was right, I used to try to play down myself so other people could shine so they wouldn't attack me. Man, it's crazy. And that deals with low self-esteem because you don't want to stand. Sometimes that hurts. You know, it hurts standing alone or standing and doing things against the grain. You know, people always talk about it when they see the success through the end, but they don't see, you know, when you are a true risk taker. People didn't see all the failings that I had going through this, you know, being homeless, you know, being treated less than, people telling me I couldn't be, people telling me that I'm less than, even though I knew that I had already been on that other side before. So yeah, I can't downplay who I am anymore to anyone. I would never let that happen again. You know, some of it saved my life. Some of it really did save my life. I'm telling you, some of it saved my life, you know, and in that circumstance, you know, it's a survival mode. So that's something different. But as of just trying to fit into the box of everybody being mediocre and doing mediocre things, I never want to have that. I want to have fulfillment in my life. I understand the value and the purpose of life. And it's not, you know, it's freely given, but I don't want to take it for granted as most do, you know, living in the mediocre lane, you know. So sometimes you have to do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. Be authentic for yourself. Be authentic for yourself. It is freaking 7:30 in the morning, and most people I usually would have been exercising about 4 hours ago, but I was really I was supposed to have a girls' day. And people had to work because it's the end of the year. And a lot of my friends are trying to get a lot of resources at this time because this is usually time to get resources. But on top of that, the situation that we have, a lot of resources are going to be they're dwindling down, so you have to get it or it's going to be returned back. So a lot of my friends are trying to do what they need to do to prepare for the next year. So didn't knock it, didn't get upset about it. I actually started doing that myself. And so that's what I was doing yesterday. So I was binge eating. So I was binge eating, doing that, getting prepared for my further education, because education never stops. It really doesn't. Even once you get all the degrees you can possibly get, you're constantly learning. I really do like outside learning more than the traditional learning, but nevertheless, I was getting ready for the paper, because sometimes that paper makes a difference. And in my arena, it has to be there. It's not something that I can skip, So I was preparing for that. But I got up this morning and now I am doing chard and collard greens and getting myself ready for a 30-day kind of cleansing, preparing for the new year. I don't really want to get too much water on my stuff. I don't, because I don't have no time to be spending none of my money on something that I already have that I'm going to take care of. So, let's be careful with that. Let's be careful. So I'm instead of, and there's nothing wrong with that. Instead of being the 'tis the season to be jolly, it's 'tis the season to be healthy. 'Tis the season to reset and to gather a plan and to get ready to be catapulted into your next dimension. Instead of, deck the halls with boughs of holly, I'm decking my mind with knowledge and wisdom and understanding and a relationship with God. It's that kind of thing for me. 'Tis the season to clean up my house, not for just the holidays and people to come around, but just to have clear energy, clear mind space, a clear head space to operate and to function, because I don't want to live in spiritually cluttered or physically cluttered places. Because if I live in spiritually cluttered places, I'm not going to be able to assess and live in a physical decluttered place. And I won't be as effective as I should be in helping others and to getting the tasks that I need to be aligned with. What else? Instead of it has been a silent night. It was peaceful. I can't even go against that. I just been really getting myself ready for what's to come. And what I want in the direction that I want to go into. People don't really, we don't really understand the power that we really have in getting things. And if we understood the preparation and the power of preparing and actually going for what we desire and what we really want, and to understand that those things are possible, because people tell us all things are possible. But then when we see it and you go through it, you think that since you didn't reach it a couple of times, or you didn't get it a couple of times, that you're not gonna ever get it. That's not it. You have to work hard for it, and you have to be consistent in what you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent in what you're doing, and understand that even if you don't reach your goal when you think you should, if you keep going, you will eventually reach it. Don't try to rush that process. I tried to rush my process too. Don't try to rush it. And another thing about doing it for yourself, you become authentic and you attract the people that you actually want versus the people that you really don't even care for. That's one thing I noticed. Like when I was being authentic with myself, when I was trying to fit in, I kept attracting the people that I really didn't want or need in my life. Like, they were nice, but honestly, I really did not want those people. They didn't have a lot of the characteristics that I want. Doesn't mean that they were bad people. Doesn't mean that they were horrid. Once again, they just didn't have what I wanted and what was necessary for me to get to the place that I needed to be. One of them is unhealthy living. Unhealthy living, unhealthy mindsets, because that's how you end up, for the most part, getting unhealthy living. People think it's not having things to have unhealthy living. That's not true. That's not true. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. So, oh, I forgot I had bought this. So good. It's from our health food store. It's like this cool cucumber. When I could have juiced it myself, but it was cheap. It was only $5. Yeah. So, yeah, back to what I was stating before. Be authentic. Be who you are. Be yourself, because people are going to come to you, the right people. You don't want everybody to come on your channel. If I wanted everybody to come on my channel, I could do some real dumb stuff. There are people who got millions of followers, but they do the craziest things. They're doing the things that are common to most people, that relax them. It don't make them to think. Don't make them get into a posture of elevation. It just gets them into a posture of slumber, and that's nothing that I really don't want to be a part of. I want to give information and feed other people as well as them feeding me. A lot of the people who are on my channel, I watch myself, because of the information that you guys put out. Yeah, from the information that you guys put out, because it helps me. It feeds me. You don't want to be around a table where there are people who are giving you a lot of garbage and everybody's watching, and you can't even pour into them, to you, or you can't pour into them. That's like that's an unhealthy dynamic. So, yeah. Now, does that mean that they're not people that reach masses and do? No, that's not it. But if they're about something and they're dealing with something, they're pouring out into other people, and they're giving out relevant information as well as being fed by other people. You just can't do it alone, and you can't be the shiny coin on the tree. Never do. You don't even want to be that. I'm telling y'all, you do not want to be the shiniest coin in the tree, because that's definitely an unhealthy dynamic. And that means that you won't survive. Eventually you're going to be like the people you surround yourself with. If you're the strongest person, then you really are the weakest person. You eventually will be the weakest person. So, yeah, be authentic. Be yourself. No matter what comes around, be authentic. Be yourself. I'm going to get off of here because I still got to finish cooking and preparing and doing a lot of other stuff, grants and stuff like that. And yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be really, really big today, even though I'm supposed to be off. Doesn't feel that way. So yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem, and I'm out. Bye. Bye.